Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Sogdia, in which you may have seen the first 5 episodes, which was originally meant to be a mini-series, but now I'm actually going to keep this series going a little bit longer because, boy, that 5th episode was entertaining in some ways. Despite the fact that we're living in the most peaceful and prosperous time in the Sogdian region, but around here, there's a deep hatred between two men. One is our fearless ex-Shid, Fereedun, and this man, Doulun of Kotal, who originally raided Osrusana for a long period of time, in which he could not beat the raiders out of there until he says, hey, this is good land, I want to settle here. And so he thought, I know he raided our country, so let's give him a home, and then we'll get rid of him. And then, well, it got ugly from there. In the last few fights, like, one lost a leg, and Fereedun lost his hand. They even dueled again, despite they even had a crippled duel. and yeah, and they both got severely injured. Now he suffered from an infection, which was not related to a duel, but rather, this is actually due to some weapon training he's still undertaking to this day. Yes, moderate training. Follows a moderate combat training schedule. Even though his trainer by the name of Khosrow recently died in battle, despite the fact he was a great duelist, who was bested by some Avar peasant ruler. Yep, I'm a man who has an ancient rusty weapon as my ceremonial, and a Sogdian battle axe as my weapon. If only I had a lot of money so I could get armor for additional personal combat skill. So I could survive duels a lot better. Although I could, but that would be if I used the loans. But I think I should just borrow money from Jewish merchants, which I've been hesitant on it, but I got to. Sorry. I'm in a new set of armor. Find me the Just give me the damn armor, Smith. We have to incite a revolt somebody. We can't do it with him. He's still stuck in a war. He'll be dealt with soon. I want to take Bukhara back. The problem is hardly anybody's willing because of the general opinion towards me. Want him to be rid of this Lord Mayor here, which was given by my mother and grief. The period of unrest in China has come to an end. Now, the surviving militant peasants have returned to the fields. They are returning normal. The Little Kingdom seems stable, but still isolationist. I have met a few armistices who are looking to sponsor their next projects. They'll have all materials they need to simply request the funds to get started. Thought you could be interested. They're willing to give you some of their works in exchange. Looking. Some years going to this to be interesting. Can't put it in right now, but they are here. That's what keeps. My wife explains she's captivated by the grace and strength of hunting birds and begs me for a bird. Surely even a spouse of the ex-Shid must be allowed to enjoy the noble pastime of falconry. Yeah, falcon should serve you well. I should have enough money. By then, I hope. Don't call me, don't call me, don't call me. Didn't I invite you to the plot? Or did you forget about me? I'm in need of protection. Make me a strong, sturdy set of armor. I know where the money's going. Not to you. Oh, barely. Craft me the best quality set armor you can. I'm willing to for it, but it's just going to be for a bit. Don't pick up any loans. Actually, I'm going to try to steal that artifact. Despite the fact that I'm a cripple. But I'm going to need your help, Urak. We're going to go steal that thing. Boy, you've increased in strength considerably. I ain't scared. Force my way inside. It's for starters. And now rush them before they raise the alarm. Just pay this son of a beeswax in goods. Ah, I don't like those chances, but split would cover more ground. I'm gonna get caught for this. After making my escape, I'm finally relieved. Managed to steal one fine artifact from my collection. My foe has no idea. That went better than I thought. Look what I got! The Duel, the German cross and richly decorated letter banner of Persia. Legend has it that it is made from a spear and apron of a heroic blacksmith Kaveh. You have to be either a Muslim or an Iranian, but Sogdian in this playthrough is East Iranian, not Iranian culture. Big difference. And also you would have to be either the Shan Shah of Iran Shah or the King of Persia. More morale damage, more morale defense, more prestige, and vassal opinion up. Nobody is gonna mess with Sogdiana ever again. And in addition, now I got my set of armor. Splint mill armor. More advanced than chainmail, this set of armor has plates of solid metal attached along the middle rings to protect vital weak spots. Now I feel well protected. My dedication to religious pursuits around the realm, among others, is quite impressive. I to share. I've meditated corresponds on various religious and philosophical matters sometimes. I find rapidly becoming good friends. Alrighty. Here's one. Yet another morning I wake up feeling as tired as when I went to bed. I should do something about my listless mind. Perhaps I need to spend some time alone. Seclude myself in prayer and meditation. Perhaps I could think of something. I've got a newfound respect from the hermits of old. My time spent fasting and praying in seclusion has done me good. Savannah has helped me straighten my mind. I resolve to be a better man. Come on, hurry up, infection. Go away. Get the skills up, and then we can move along with this sort of thing. Thank goodness for the smuggler operation. my new hot talk board recently presented me with an exquisite idea on the council. In his opinion, I should invest in different industries in my domain and will be entitled to share of the profit in the future, while my rights would last for an entire century. For an entire century, a little more tax income? Get the damn loan. Been hesitant on this. It's a sound investment. He'll be dead soon. He's old, you know. Sogdiana will be a free country, and we'll make a lot of fortune. Well, I'm still waiting for that man to get out. And yet he remains. We can't allow him to get any stronger. It's going over the limit. Might have to move in on this sooner or later. In fact, I know just what to do. Get all forces over here. Once in position, revoke it. My old mother just died. Yeah, we know my mother, Betokarian, who was son of who was bought by my father off of a market. She was a slave. So technically, I'm a son of a slave. And a madman liberator, that it was my father. But for me, at least I had standards. I don't resort to murder. I fight them out. The Vietnamese taking up with me. Good. Oh my goodness, what have you done? Devastated by war, restless province, rebels, who funded rebels? My training in personal commerce is causing a positive impact in my health. I'm feeling much better since I started the trading. The effects are felt, but moderate. Thank you, Khosrow, who's been long dead. Are you sure that's the best option? We'll put it in for once. I'll be in this link. You be in this one. Hope you get killed, you cripple! We got him. Get back to Samarkand. Get in position. We'll deal with them soon. Can't allow him to get any stronger, because he gets stronger every single day. The Overlord is dead. We are free as a tributary. Which means, oh boy, Sogdian Golden Age has come. But beware, the Teflites may want our land to expand. And, you know, possible holy war. And this would also give the the Jamshids a chance to advance northeastward. Because they've had interest in the Paratan region as well. And by the way, he's a cannibal. Also, nomads have made their return. We know he's gonna rebel. So, Tishavan, you'll be there. We have the numbers. We can defeat him. If I manage to get killed out there, well, we know whose fault it is. And he's gained some duel experience too. In fact, he's killed a man 2 years ago. Hey. If we see each other in the battlefield, oh boy, laid down my life for Sogdiana. Remember, he's a fearless patriot. I keep saying the patriot part because he's proud. Not just proud of himself, but proud to be Sogdian. Once I get better from this infection, nobody can stop me. And I really, really want to practice honesty. It'll be hard, but I'll give it a try. And at the same time, gotta get Bakar to revolt. Which is not enough. How much is it for sacrifice? Because I kind of want to make sure that we win this thing. Probably should do it some... Again, this all started because he raided my lands. And now I want him out of here. He's overstayed his welcome. I don't care if the vassals don't like me for this. And plus, I have something that he doesn't. An axe, armor, and this thing. This leather banner of Persia. That's gonna come with us in the battle. Oh boy. That's a little more than bargained. So yeah, now all the Sogdians have revolted against me. So you've all turned your backs against me. And all I can say is, bring it on! I ain't scared. I'm gonna invoke you, everybody. Who turned their backs on me? This will take a while. You think we're gonna need some help? Man, we kinda isolated ourselves, honestly. What about our old friends? Yeah, definitely. There's no guarantee that my next child will be a daughter. Should start slaying you while we're still improving relations with them. I mean, he's still in the middle of a war, so they won't bother us soon. After this war, get retinues. Good on you. You call it tyranny, I call it settling the score. And that includes everybody. It's another son. I was hoping for a daughter for once. Gosh darn. At least those continuous religious revolts in the Template Empire keeps them busy, so they don't bother us. And I don't have time for pottery. No, thank you. The money's better spent elsewhere. My private life has been in a problem. Given the appalling relations of my spouse as me, these quarrels pass the boundaries of our persons and infect the court. In the end, I'm the one suffering all this most negatively that hinders my capabilities. The level of quarreling is insane! Now it's even lower! Sending her a little bit of money, but she won't make it up for it. It's all my fault. Because I have a serious lack of harmony that'll last for 5 years. What do you think you're doing? I know I voted for you, that I say you'll be the next one, but stop that. Don't you know there's a civil war going on? You would worsen the crisis before you make it better. There'll be no dissension here. We can't allow that. All we need to do is just take 3 more holdings and then we'll re-engage them in combat again, but they're stronger than us. As we often say. They're coming down to Samarkand. Let's finish this siege. Yeah, take my wool. I got a lot. Okay, this will be a lot easier. I know we're a couple of men short here, but this is a rather precarious situation. Okay, attack. Now. Serious lack of harmony is really affecting my capabilities. I could get more loans in future. And now it's time to get them off of Samarkand. They were prospering for long and now you bastards ruined it! I know what to do, I know what to do. Taking a stupid risk with this. Get the mercenaries immediately. And reinforce. Them. Question is, where are they? Are they with us now? I just hired them. Where are these goofs? What the hell are you doing all the way up here? This is a terrible time for this. They done took my wife. Oh my goodness, they've bested us. Where are we going to retreat to for this? My troops are performing with excellence. My chest swelling with pride as we keep pressing forward. My tarmac gnats are called to the soldier nearby when there's suddenly a sharp pain in my face. grinning my tear the enemy, shouting, "Stay down, you deceitful gesture." Sun's beginning to set when I meet the go through. My Sogdian battle axe ready, he clumsily dodges one attack, next one lands perfectly. Practically, the man covers your leg. Rarely have seen so much blood. These are replaceable losses to them. Now I trust her word. Baby's about to be born in prison. Yeah, we shall meet here. We'll get together and we'll get them off of our capital. We can't win the war until they are severely beaten. By the way, what culture are you? Takarian. Right. How far do we have to retreat? This is not a good time. We must return to the front with renewed strength, but apparently they got more. Did they hire mercenaries too? No more than spawn troops, which isn't good. Never is. Ask another damn loan. In case I need to hire another mercenary band for this. Stay with me, old man. I'm gonna need you for this. They'll retake everything here, and we'll retake it. They'll be back to status quo then. Another god-danged son. I would like to have a daughter. It sounds odd to some, but that's for political bargaining chips. Now we have to negotiate for this, even though I don't have the diplomacy like I used to. Seems they've released my wife. They tortured my wife. Oh, that infuriates me even more. Even though we don't have much of a loving relationship, but still. That's something you just don't do. Torturing a man's wife. This is going too far. Rivalry keeps getting uglier and uglier. That's it. I'm getting back to antagonizing you. Damn that man! Raided my country, and now you've overstayed your welcome. Damn him! That's all I gotta say. Oh, he's coming in. This could be it. Let's see. And they're all damaged goods. Used mercenaries. That's all I gotta say. They arrive in or nearby Samarkand. Yep, come buy some used mercenaries, like used carts. I don't have the martial skill like I used to, but I do better on the defense, so this may help. As I said, we never had a loving relationship going on. I'll tell you what, I'll make you both designated regent and forward. And guard my things. Is that enough for you? Once I get better from the infection, you will respect me, and I don't know. You being a Zervanist, I'm sure you have your reasons. This is going to be the fate of our country. Oh, slow down. Thank you. We gave them a beating. Then now take Afrasia back and take the capital. There's at least one holding. You have to take at least one of their holdings. Like this. Sorry if I've been a bad influence to you, son, but it's been a chaotic time. Alright. At least they never took you prisoner. I'm surprised you were able to dodge that. Oh wow, you're pretty good actually. But still. Remember, when we win this war, he's out of here and he's out of there. Could care less about those two. I just wanted to reclaim all those territories I once had personal control over. Well, actually, I never had personal control over Bukhara. And the Khaganate of Chuban. But you are not of the Chuban dynasty. Guess we have a non-aggression pact then. But I don't have the means to have negotiation tactics. Diplomacy is the last thing I would want to think. My wife's carefully approached me about her Zoroastrian beliefs, trying to convert me to her way of worship. Well, let me engage you in theological debate, darling. I know you've been tortured, so I don't know if your devotion to Zervan made you question otherwise, but around here we are more tolerant. To a degree. See, we do the same things as you do, such as this Zarathustra ritual. As I will teach Zarathustra about devotion for more diplomacy. My dear husband, your penetrating gaze could part even the thickest theological fog. I am utterly convinced by my learned arguments. Rest assured that I will never stray again. Excellent. Now you no longer call me a heretic. You're one of us now. We need to violently defeat the army again. Let him come down. The Argasodom of Dashholds. Seems the Empire has loosened its grip. Yes, it appears to be. It has loosened its grip, so they're starting to lose it. So I think joining the Templites would be a better idea. I think we can handle it on our own if we can take care of our situation. But he gets most of the strength because he holds every other land. They use Gavelkind, you know. This is gonna hurt. But we do have control of the holdings now. We just have to violently beat them over and over again. Whoa! Raiders. From there. What luck! That's definitely going to slow them down while we'll be arriving here and we'll have the defensive advantage. If they succeed. Yeah. I don't have time to improve my combat skill now. I did not know the city of Kushania holds Bukhara. Again, this was the fault of the regent. I forgot who was it. Was it the mother or was it Borena that did this? We're gonna right those wrongs soon. We must win this war to right the wrongs here. Negative stability is occurring because of wartime circumstances. So yes, the rivalry escalated into a deadly civil war, with mercenaries involved and no foreign intervention. Take advantage of this. It's going to take a bit of a while for them to recover. As long as the money can hold out, while we give them all the wool that we have available. I don't know about my wife, if she's pregnant or not, unless she has any known lovers. Again, she's a tortured soul. But I don't have time to send spies. The money's for the war effort, for mercenary payments. The pipes of peace. As the opinion of my spouse increases and our relation gets better, our personal situation improves markedly. Finally, the days arrive when my capabilities are not hindered anymore. The days of tiresome quarrels are now behind us. All right. Thank the gods. It all took a theological debate for her to stop being a Zoroastrian and be a Sogdian Zoroastrian. Karamazda. So yes, if I'm patient and this frequency also increases, my spouse and I lower, the events will happen really, really fast. Right. I am back in the game. But my infection still is with me. And I go to combat with infection because I'm fearless. Oh look, here comes the Mavazite papacy. I'll go find it. I found a toy he was crying about to going through the trash. He's not satisfied because it smells. Can't please everybody. Screw it, do it. This is just to take this small garrison. First, I want to say that the rumors of me fabricating expenses your ledger to fill my pockets for your coins have been grossly exaggerated. I would never do such a thing. And if I were to do it, I would certainly not use that money to buy delicious wine I drank the other day. Oh my goodness. You're no longer worried being my apprentice. He's become gluttonous because he's using that to drink the wine. We must fight again, beat him up in another great battle. Me and my crippled carcass will be going after him to beat up that crippled carcass. Oh, Doulun. But again, once the infection goes away, all will be well. And then when peace prevails and justice prevails, I'm going to try to be more honest with the populace and go visit the countryside. And perhaps hold a Sogdian fair for the first time in a while, as a showing that the Sogdians are back in business after a devastating conflict. When did this start? It's been 2 years and 8 months now. This war has already cost many lives, and many will die. Can I say really that I enjoy war? I guess. Even though I'm a patriot, a Sogdian patriot, who really, really hates this man. Not him. Where is he, anyway? %61%. It's only a city, so do take Bukhara. The Queen of Kashgar. Yeah, non-aggression pact. If we can improve relations, then maybe perhaps we'll get together. Oh, now he's looking to vassalize. He ain't kidding around anymore. He wants to retake his lands back, not as tribute, but a full takeover. I thought this would be the beginning of their decline, but nope, they're showing no signs of slowing down. So we better finish the Civil War fast before they're going to look at us next to either vassalize or worse. Even though it's going to take a lot more prestige to vassalize an entire kingdom. Or Xanate. Oh, anyways, so, hello guests. Welcome to Sogdiana. Prosperous place, isn't it? Came all this way from Alexandria. No, 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 not like this. What's the matter with you two? Is it because he's Vietnamese? But also in the same day, a new duelist. He'll be a loyal servant for now. I'm not going to put him in as a commander yet, due to his lack of experience in battlefield tactics. Remember, revoke the title of Bakara. He can keep the city here, but I don't want him governing a land more than it should. I would have loved to use the creative musical instruments, but I guess I have to give it to you. Here's the wool. Come on, hurry up. They're coming back to Samarkand again. One more big battle, and we will win. He's doing good health-wise, but the infection has not gone away. And since we are in a winning ways, and you know what? Do name him as such. Because don't you know that the Sogdian people are going to be naming their kids after me? Naming their sons after me, knowing that I'm a great hero. How could Doulun look himself in the mirror, I wonder? The Savannah struggle of such a grotesque or repulsive face is only as though the good people can make fun of it. Also a message of white peace. No. It looks like exclusively concerned with preventing the rumor spread about anywhere, jeopardizing legitimacy. Seems to perceive attack more as an annoyance than good solid intended. Should have used harsher wording. What? What is Kashgar doing here? Holy War for Vagana. A Buddhist minor holy war for Vagana. Get out of my land. We had a pact. The population of wolves in Samarkand has grown to such size that their attacks on livestock, once rare, increased in number, are now damaging the local economy. It's bad to hear. Maybe they were attracted by the corpses of the battle dead, one would think. Kashgar's hostile, not total enemy yet. Yeah, the wolves feasted in the flesh of the fallen, and now they're going for livestock. Oh no, we're not contributing to this. We're helping out the livestock. But if we kill them all, good. That's the city of Bakara, not... That's the Ark of it. Now you're going to Bakara proper. This will add more to the war score anyhow. Because it's just 2 cities next. But if you give away Fergana to Kashgar, oh, I will hate you even more. I'm going to show you so much height that I never knew there was in me. Never actually killed a man in a duel. Too risky. If your education turns out to be well, I might vote for you, because you're the eldest. But may never know, because of my infection. 75. Thanks to his connection, but my Bozok Vomadars came to me recently with the idea to reinforce our troops with foreign recruits. The plan is to send an envoy for help for his queens. Ashariuba, to check what he's going to ask to help us. Yeah, go ahead with the plan. This war's gone on long enough. Do any way you can. War. War never changes. No, it doesn't. Manaya, save us all. I guess they're gonna go after them. A bit of revenge in their mind. David Baum's Mohammed returned to his meeting with your proposal to receive the host of soldiers in return for payment. How much? 60. No, I abandoned that. I know what I'm going to save my money for. He fell in a coma. I'm just laughing at the fact that it just reminded me of something else. It reminded me of something totally different. %. Take Peckend, then one more battle. That should be it. The Bastards took Vargana. But don't let them retake any more holdings. Okay. Yeah, let's do it all the way. This will win us the war. No more fighting. And I don't know if that means we'll be at war with Kashgar now, despite the fact we have a pack. I mean, we can defeat him too. What happened? That's all I gotta say. Sogdiana was living in a prosperous time. And then, was living in a very prosperous time. And then a rivalry happened, and a rivalry grew so large it turned into a countrywide civil war. And now, on this day, this is where it's gonna lead. 2 men. 1 will live. It's the duel of the fates. And he recently suffered a political defeat, so he doesn't have his supporters anymore, but neither do I. And I've been doing some moderate training. There's only one way to settle this. It's a duel, in which I challenge for honor, not to the death, unless I am struck, and then I'd be a goner. Can you handle it, Satosh? Because I'm going to change my vote to you instead of him. Because I believe you have what it takes to rule Sogdiana. And you will do it with good words, good thoughts, good deeds, which, unfortunately, I've been trying to live that life of a Zoroastrian, but now, you see, Zartos, this is why you must never use bad words against people that may be different from you, because it can... Look, a wise man from a faraway land once said that anger leads to hate, and hate leads to... Oh, I'm drawing a blank. I mean, you get the idea. Fear. It's fear. Fear leads to hate. Hate leads to anger. Anger leads to suffering. There you go. And this is the result of it. I try to stay away to be like my father, but it's creeping up to me. So I lost my hand as a result. But now, my son, I must go out to fight for honor. This may be the last time that I may see you. If I come out of this alive, then I may be around for a few more days. But certainly, this will lead to war's end. If I die, you'll be the new Exid. So, may West Pakar be with you. The sun is beginning to set when I met with Doulun. My Sogdian battle axe ready. After he vigorously dodges one attack, my next one lands perfectly. Frantically, the man attempts to cover his injured eye, but rarely I've seen so much blood. I walk away victorious. I got him in the eye. An axe to the eye. You lost your leg, now you lost your eye. How do you like me now? Looks like I will get to live another day. Another year. Huh? He tried to steal one of my artifacts? You're going to the dungeon, you killer. I don't know what you're trying to steal. What are you trying to steal? Wool? It's probably this. They'd long desired this artifact. Good job, darling. Good job, my love, because I'd made you a treasury guard and you got it. Listen, if I try to torture you, I would become cruel. Humiliating you would just seem laughable. But he would hate me for it, but he's only a Khan, he's not the Kagan. You got any money? 250 gold. But it is said that he can't afford it yet. Oh, matter of fact, he's nowhere near. You're 46 years old. Manichaean, which is a different Muslim faith. And he's, It's good to know that you appreciate honesty. But your attempts to steal... Oh, gee, is that possible? Commit a murder while he's in... You only stay in the dungeon. We'll decide your fate later. There's other priorities right now. Such as winning this Civil War. Which we finally got... He'll finally be out of my life for good. But of course, we can't do that because of Kashgar. I told you about the Kashgar situation. Foreign interference is no good. Assets in return for coins. No. Tempting offer, but no. Go for this and this. And up the military organization. We had a pact, Kashgar, but now we want you off the land because you are occupying my territory. I told Zartos to stay at home, but just as I finished purchasing my good doom, turn around to see him trying to hide from me. Surprise is ruined. I'll grab by you and have a serious talk. He didn't react well to my way correctness, baby. I fear he's even more suspicious towards me now. No, thank you. Give me a different mission. Look, we'll retake those territories, and that means this area is war-torn too. Devastated by war. That's worse. Sogdiana peasant revolt. It's almost like all of this is my fault. So don't worry, there will be a time that peace will return. We can get reinforcements through mercenaries. You're going to be fine. Deal with that peasant revolt with them. Get them out of here. Retake Vergana. And then the war will be over. They're slowly retaking it, so just leave them alone. We'll deal with them later. It's only 2 holdings. Just assault. Use your mercenaries. Now it's time to retake Vergana, but defeat the rebel army one more time. And if I see him out there on a battlefield... Actually, he's not. Because he's got an affected eye now. Is there anyone else that's attacking him? No, no one else. Eek. Now I've been wounded because of my still ongoing training. If I die because of these wounds and along with the infection, what a way to go. And Zartos would have to continue to fight. Well, not as a general, but still, you get the idea. You got my message. Very large smuggler operation now. Boom times ahead. Money will flow freely. Just retake Vergana, and the Civil War is won. You're the most disgraceful leader. Oh, here we go again. This insanity just won't end. Hatred is so deep between the Fereedun and Doulun. This could be the last duel between the two. Because if one of them gets severely injured, one of them's going to die from wounds. Now this is the war to settle the score. One last time. Stop. Okay, this war is over, but we have to deal with that peasant revolt and that damn Kashkari conflict. So this is it. Again, even if he goes to prison, but the duel is still on. Everything went away. Also revoke his title. But remember, the duel is still on. Bakara is returned to its rightful owner. He'll keep this city. Because that's what mayors do. Also, no heirs, no children. That's all the territories I can hold. She has no land now. Alright. It was a war to settle the score. Now, who is to govern Fergana? Who is the most distinguished commander? "71 years old. Okay, a bit too old. Maybe the prince. I mean, we had considered you, being the next ruler, but I think spreading our dynasty inside of this realm would do a little good. You'll take over. Start your own family. So, you shall have Fergana. Oh, and, that land too. But the rest of this will be all mine. Now, one last duel. Just as I severed his hands from his body, Doulun managed to thrust his spear expertly, piercing through my leg. However, the crowd is chanting my name. It was all worth it. So he lost his hand, and now I've lost my leg, and we're both severely injured. Yep, definitely a dead man now. But I did it for Sogdiana. Son, I will depart, but keep the dream alive. Stay true to yourself, because I did it for my country. We finally got rid of the man who was a rat. In fact, give me all that money back. He'll be banished. Although it would be nice to get all that money now that you think about it. He's out of here. Again. Banish or execute. Or murder. Even though there's a high chance of become that. But then again, the chance of murder, by the time we get there, I'll die before we even get to do it. But we could just say, just screw it, then just kill the man. Or banish. I mean, if I were to banish him, he'd go live somewhere else and he'll outlive me. Because he's brawny, As I said, he'll outlive me. Screw it. Just burn at the stake as a final FU. Now I guess I'll go die then. What, still? This was the deadliest rivalry in the history of the world, and I never had something like that in any of my Crusader Kings playthroughs in the past. And where does this all left us? It caused a war-torn country with a sudden surge of wolf attacks in Samarkand. Kotal, a restless province that's been devastated by war. Bokhara had religious tensions along with corruption, also devastated by war. Arashana is the only area of Sogdiana that escaped the very, very destructive nature of war. Judge was also devastated. Fergana too, and plundered by savages due to raids. Avasagun, the most volatile province, even suffered from this. Those two men have destroyed their own country. Well, particularly Fereedun was probably the most destructive cause. But again, he's too proud to say that he loves his country. But I think in the end, when he passes, he will know that he was the one responsible for not only leading Sogdiana to a much happier period, but also its most destructive. But should celebrate Nuruz now that there's time. What a war. If I somehow survive all those wounds and be able to outlive my rival who I just executed, instead of just banishing him, take all the money, and let him go live somewhere else where he doesn't have to come back to Sogdia anymore. But, you know, the purpose of his life was to keep, is to keep that man away. He raided his land, and then he settled. And he overstayed his welcome, and it led to a countrywide civil war, and then we just killed him. Which honestly, I never wanted to kill him, but we just believed he was too dangerous to be left alone. And if we even banished him out of his country, he might raise another host, and then he'll go raid back here. He'll come back, but now he doesn't come back anymore. I guess he'll die peacefully. Though we'll have a lot of domain troops now, but it's going to take a while to reinforce them all. But let's celebrate Nowruz. Let's go back to the time that was happier. So the new year shall soon be upon us in the world of Iran, from the snow-capped of Iran to the fertile plains of Mesopotamia. Shall soon be celebrating this holiday which has been observed since ancient times. This year I tend to make Nowruz a spectacle to be remembered for years. Let us make preparations. Oh dear. What happened? Got killed in battle against the Avars. No, he leads, but not in a good way. To vassalize and then tributary state. Oh, that's what he's trying to make the Avars become a tributary state. If they ever make us a tributary state, I'll be happy. But I begin first clearing out my entire residence. Wait a minute. Oh, there are no sacrifices to make me feel. What the hell are y'all people doing here? There's too many people in this court. And you know it's gonna take up a lot of money, right? The court's feeling fair with small monetary encouragement of some of the less influential courtiers will be encouraged to leave court. Yes, please get out right now. We brought in too many refugees, war refugees. A group of courtiers approach you, most of whom I barely even recognize. We are taking our leave, my lord. Do we go with your blessing? Sakan, some Sakan, Sogdian, Sakan, Sog. Yes, may you find your luck elsewhere. Who else is going? Tokharian, Sogdian, Vietnamese, Sogdian, Sakan. Yes, come on, get out of here. It's too crowded in here. One more time. Who else is going? Sogdian. Sogdian. Alright, come on. It's a bunch of Sogdians. You gotta leave. It's time for you to go. Go make your fortunes elsewhere. Heck, maybe one day you'll be those traveling merchants. Unfortunately, my physical condition deteriorated recently. I've been unable to train for combat. Yes. Lost my leg, so training is now impossible. So now Nowruz has officially begun. I wake up in the morning full of energy and excitement, despite the fact that I'm dying or doing anything of importance. I would first taste honey thrice and light 3 candles before speaking to anyone to ensure good luck and ward off disease. Alright, now that's taken care of. Time to prepare the court ceremony. Welcome Nowruz in a lavishly decorated hall. My servants have placed silver and gold plates and vases filled to the brim with wild fruits, and colorful flowers all throughout. It looks beautiful. As custom as I'm first greeted by a court astronomer, kisses the ground and congratulates me on the new year and wishes me good fortune and prosperity for the coming year. Good, now let the musicians and singers come in. All is festive and joyful as the musicians and singers come in, and the courtiers at the assigned locations. As the highest ranking member of the court, I have the right to choose whichever song I want the musicians and singers to perform first. There are many songs traditionally performed during Nowruz, and only Nowruz, after all. Perhaps I'd like to hear the grand Nowruz Bozorg, or the softer, more exotic Nowruz or maybe the uplifting spiritual Bari Nowruz. Then again, there's also sweet, lovely Take Piruz. Play the majestic Nowruz Bozorg, because I'm proud of the Sogdian country. Unprincipled cripple, she calls me. Well, you try to take Bergana. We had a pact. You broke it. Also, what you got there? Are you a member of the Trade League by any chance? No? Probably got it from Bergana, maybe. Oh, no, never mind. You got it from the Queen Mother. Queen Mother? Oh, I see. Egg dying, please stop using that word dying, because I think I'm gonna die now, thanks to you. Egg dying is an important and popular activity during Nowruz. Even me, despite my high rank, decided to partake in this activity. Even though, what color paint I should choose? Yeah, take part in the activity. Yeah, can you imagine a guy like him who lost his right hand and lost his leg, and the only use of his left hand is, well, his axe, using it as a walking stick. And why am I still wearing my combat helmet? Take that off. As part of the Nowruz celebrations, I exchange presents, usually sugar, with my friends and loved ones. Yes, I have a few friends, so... Let me see. Again, I get most of my money from that smuggler operation. So, this year, I spent a lot of money on these presents. Great Nowruz presents. Wine. Nowruz is a perfect time to intoxicate oneself with the finest wines. Not a joyous celebration? I shall drink a lot. Let's be merry. I've become a drunk. There is a way to get rid of drunkard, because that theology focus, so stick with it. Okay, right, the migrants, yeah, integration. We continue that policy. This year's, Nowruz been nothing short of exciting and fun, but alas, our good things must come to an end, and the world begins to calm itself down, and return to my normal routine. May this year be a good one, or I won't be able to outlive this year. But we will no longer have appalling diplomacy. Which at least everyone will come around to respect me again. Except for the mayor who's still in prison. Because, well, he's in a coma, so it won't matter. Head back, speed that up. Perhaps I should undergo our first ever cleansing ritual. Nay, Barashnam. A pure body leads to a pure heart, which leads to a pure spirit. Went under with a cleansing ritual. As I said, I'm kind of half and half morally, but then I just drank too much because what is wrong with me? So we should appoint a domain overseer now that we still have money. Oh no, not another drunk. Take Buddhas. He's a duelist. Perhaps intimidation will get them together. Which again, war-torn country. Prevent revolt in Makara. I can't watch over everything. But the stability is fine here, but put it in Kutal. That one is a restless province. It's not going to happen anytime soon. Let's wait a few months. If I'm still alive in a few months, like by say, how about September? How does September sound for our Sogdian fair? Ever since the Battle of Samarkand, which one to be exact, I find it hard to be near my children, for fear to be sent away again. I cannot stand the thought of us losing each other, and this distance is better. Surely it is better. I shall never be close to anyone again. Taking a vow of celibacy. Never have a daughter, just 4 sons. It's good enough. Hello there. Now you've taken over that city, which the man once ran Bukhara to the ground. Ran it to the ground. Ain't that underestimating? No. Time to seclude myself in prayer and meditation. Go into hiding. Just for a bit. Time to cut down on the beer. Because I admit, I've been drinking a lot. During Noroz. Just wanna... Don't you know you're partaking a cleansing ritual? This is a start. You need to swallow your great pride. And once these wounds go away, I'll be a new man. I promise. And if I die, then I understand. A good-looking Sogdian man with a powerful voice. Sogdian Buddhist, in fact. Oh, they came from Khotan. Yeah, the Sogdians were living there. And when they got taken over, they came here. They were refugees, after all. Not to mention these claimants. Which we could start a war for it. So yeah. Culturally Sogdian. We may have connections, so there's an idea. A future war with Khotan. I mean, we'll have a strong economy and a strong military, which is currently in rebuilding. I give away Samarkand! What? It doesn't matter. I thought I gave away for Ghana. I misread that. You idiot. You idiot. Well, anyways, it's not that big of a deal. All we have is counties. What does the duchy do for? Just prestige? I still have infection. So the severely injured went away. There's a good sign. But I'm still have an infection. As I said, good sign. You're on a road to recovery. If I'm still going to be alive, well, let's hold a Sogdian fair for the first time in a long time. So, let's hold a fair of Mach. It'll take us 2 months. Who dares? The Vietnamese. You acted dishonorably. Known murderer, bad person. Who did you murder? Anik. You've done murder to the Sogdian woman, you bastard. We brought you here, and now you're going to prison. Get out of here. Go back to where you once came. But in actuality, went to Naga territory. Haven't I seen you from somewhere? Well, it's my niece, so non-aggression. At least they'll never attack us now that we have non-aggression. Normal will be removed, now it's low stability. Alright. Technically, you did not create the Duchy of Organa, you gave away Duchy of Samarkand. Why do I have the impression that, hey, I gotta get rid of this man before, you know, the heritage gets all messy, I screwed up. Sorry about this, because I've done messed up. One's willing to join. No, slow down. You're about to spend money on things to the fair, it's about to begin. The fair is officially underway. Merchants from all over the Silk Road come peddle their wares, trade their goods, exchange contact information. Even those who aren't merchants, be they commoners or nobles, can do some shopping or enjoy some of the festivities. There's some increase of the local tax modifier here, even though we get most of our money through the smuggler operation. The Silk Road is like the glue that binds the people of different faiths and cultures. At this fair I'm meeting Manichaeans, Christians, Muslims, nature worshippers, Buddhists, Hindus from places far away as Iran, China, Russia, Egypt, Greece. There are people from every corner of the world. Talk to it, the foreigners, to understand their ways and language, which I actually got diplomacy of. Ostrich eggs, ostrich eggs from ostriches in Arabia. Best ostrich eggs at the Samarkand fair. Get your ostrich eggs here. Ostrich eggs. Ooh, ostrich eggs. I want to try some. Bought exotic food. Alright. At this fair in Samarkand, I come across a few Zoroastrians preparing a large statue to be used in one of the upcoming events. Idol. False idols. Honestly, that form of Orthodox Zoroastrianism is actually against idols, I recall. But Kurma started to say, what are they doing here? And anyways, it's food time. Well, I want to live, so, how about some Indian non-flatbread? Food rich in carbs. Kinda want to survive this. Thinking I just died for my country in vain, but no, I think I found a will to live. We want to rebuild our strength, and maybe perhaps we'll go to war against Khotan and put a Sogdian Buddhist in there. So that way it'll establish a relationship between the two. Hoping for a better relationship. One of my courtiers refused to eat anything with cabbage. When questioned why, they were told, "Cabbage? Oh dear, you know it is peasants' food. It's like water to them. Why would a person such high status consume such a lowly and filthy plant?" You know what? Good point. Actually have the heir to the Duchy of Vergana. Did he create that title? No, you. Yes, you. Anyways, these men come far away place. Korea. Traversing much Silk Road. Now here at court they wish to serve me. I hear their music is good, maybe. But don't get overcrowded. There's already enough, it seems. Anyways, Koreans. Bang, Kid Jolly. Kang Bosova. And I thought it was Makana. What the? Hey, you could be my new spy master. Yeah, trust you more. Oh yes, we gotta get rid of this man before he has children. Because he's got a concubine. Committing murder would mean that's immediate kid slaying. And kid slaying's not good. Send them over. Just wait a while. Wait a few months. Like, say, May. And then, we'll come up with an assassination plot to get rid of my brother. Lately, it's become apparent that my spouse has been trying to manipulate me and to control more and more matters about the management of my realm. While everything might just be wrong at present, she seems to be in a league with one of the courtiers. You know, the Korean spy master. So, the pair can hinder my own capabilities in running my domains. Is she really that paranoid? Oh dear. I gotta ask him to curb my ambition because I don't think I have the intrigue skill for that. Not when I'm a cripple. I mean, I am deceitful. No. Stats of my spouse, it's... She doesn't have deceitful. She's not ambitious. She's paranoid. But, counselor, look at the Korean. He's envious, which is actually a negative. Honest, creator, content, patient, he doesn't have anyone. Just opinion also adds up to... Oh, no. Oh, dear. I gotta ask him. If she is a manipulative spouse, then this is going to be a very bad thing. This would undermine me in more ways than one. Again, had an intense rivalry. Capital. As I approached the Korean, asking for his help after curbing my spouse's ambitions, he made it clear that this favor would be paid in the future. Furthermore, and given the power of my counselor, will be given over my marriage, my prestige will suffer heavily. Just counter my spouse's ambition, and I will owe you a favor for this. With help was, Makshan, enlisted help against my spouse's scheming, and given effect, she did indeed have a hidden agenda against my interests, and the chance to be successful decreased considerably, and I could count on my counsel's stance and personality to fight my spouse's ambition. Hopefully everything will sort out. 70% chance that she is indeed a manipulative spouse. Didn't get that chance. Had a better chance of being drunk than letting that happen. We'll consider introducing a retinue in the future. Now that they're dealt with, now we're gonna have to get rid of him. If the plot is ever found out, and then the murder occurs, and then after the assassination, then, oh boy, if I were to become a kinslayer, that would be the final nail of the coffin. All because I'm fixing a little error. The most volatile province to Pagana. Not our fault. Let's fight side by side. Additional reinforcements. Go in. Oh, raiders. Damn raiders. Always happens. Can never let us give it a moment of peace. Oh, I guess they did it for us inadvertently, but now they're raiding. Figures. Get up there. While they're still. I have nearly forgot about the Great Treaty. Just increase the guard for once. All that corruption that was left over by the predecessors of the counties. News about the migrants seems they are process of being assimilated by the culture and religion fronts. Thus, the size of the group is getting smaller. No more migrants. They're now fully assimilated into Sogdians, Kermast. But it's still going to take a much longer time for everybody to recover. Now let's go kill my brother, half-brother. Take that land back. Fix the mistake. Oh no. That means I'm a kinslayer. I knew this was gonna happen. What have I done? While you are just gonna sit there and do nothing. But at least now it's a centralized country. You're incompetent. I drank some water and choked on it. Thankfully, it served saving, but the court witnessed the entire embarrassing situation. A frightening experience. Now I am just like my father. Oh, by the way, when is your birthday again? This December. I'll make you an Apprentice Trader in the future. Since I guess I'll be around long enough for you to, you know. And as a trader, I can use the goods in the province now and contact affiliate artisans. For once, I hope you would get a stewardship education, but we may never know. Especially with that kind of... All I have to do now is just wait for the size of the domain to increase, which is slow because of devastated by war, which won't go away till 20 years. So it's practically impossible. For a long while now, I've not felt the presence of Veshpaka in my thoughts. I'm starting to wonder if there's really truth in Agatha, or perhaps it's just an old book written by clever liars. I'll probably just say Peristyl's blasphemous thoughts. I think it has too many traits. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. One of them's gonna leave. I got rid of, Ah, damn it. I forgot what I got rid of. Just this once. Too bad you can't get rid of Kinslayer. Because I'm a terrible human being now. Oh my goodness. What the heck? A blind man? Now that's high treason. You're the unfaithful now. I could imprison you for this. You want to try to be manipulative. Can't risk it. My friend Miles not take care of herself lately. No one scarcely eats anything. Never sleeps and is quickly turned to a walking skeleton. She keeps going on like this. She might end up wasting away entirely. What is the matter with you? Eat something before you die. Must be an ascetic or something. Knowing that she's a Buddhist. Unfortunately, it seems my words have gone unheard. She ignored my warnings, still spent days wasting away in her rooms. All the worse for her. Yep, no longer loved by all. But I'm still a wounded, affected cripple. No, not stewardship. It's gonna be intrigue. Oh dear. Teach him the arts of intrigue. A very un-Zoroastrian-like practice. My Spavod is concerned about my heir. Recently, or can you suggest for the payment of training my heir in personal combat abilities. All the physical activity may pay dividends later on in his life. You sure about that? The daily training routine will decrease the focus of the people in different areas of expertise, thus permanently reduces scores of learning and stewardship. On the other hand, the expertise of the martial will be increased. As one I expect, it will increase the combat ability and can have other side effects. Mostly good, as with any human activity, it also carries off some risks. The combat practice lasts till the pupil reaches the top level of training or finishes adolescence. This action will not make the pupil master of in-person combat, but a decent level will be reachable at the most. Make him lose stewardship, learning, and add martial. No, not interested, not risking it. I'm going to do something that we've never done before. Survey Rome. I'll travel around the Rome and see how it is doing. Even though I am not well liked to. Okay, this is not related to what I just did. Extreme weather events in 530 and 536. During this year, the most dread portent took place, for the sun gave forth light without brightness. It seemed exceedingly like the sun in an eclipse, for the beams it shed were not clear. Recorded by the historian Procopius of Caesarea. Dark times are upon us. As the earth withered and blackened, crops failed, and priests speak of damnation. Low temperatures are a common thing now. And in China, it snows during the summer. It seems that the climate has changed and the entire known world is affected by these events. Is it divine retribution? Yes, crops failed everywhere. And I think it's my fault. One would think. Also, since you're going to be traveling, you better appoint a designated regent. Somebody who's good at their job. Oh. How about him? He's very good at everything. And son? Where are you, son? Making my apprentice trader just as I promised. You may not be good at it, but it's a start. Divine retribution for 10 years. Oh dear. Be prepared for anything. Riding grounds. We never had those before. After deliberation with my advisors and family, I've decided to survey my realm. The preparation will take several days, but the experience will be worth it. After all, it is one thing to hear how my realm is doing, but another to see it with your own eyes. I cannot wait. Traveling across the countryside. Readying my horse, carriage, and entourage. I leave my residence early in the morning. I will probably be gone for a month or so as I try to learn more about my realm. What do nobles do when I'm not around? How are the commoners surviving? Which regions prosper? Which languish? Basically, I'm going around the countryside despite the fact that the climate has changed all around us. May not look like it, but still. Failed crops. All areas. Just hold down the fort, alright? I'm just out traveling. My journey through the realm continues. Up ahead I spot a dirty, impoverished village. Though it's almost nighttime and I must find a place to rest. A member of my entourage suggests to move on. After all, we shouldn't mingle with these disgusting peasants. Dirty or not, we'll rest here tonight. Again, I know the country well, it's just I don't travel enough. But again, I'm still wearing my combat helmet and my axe in my left hand. But I'm a wounded man still, who will one day try to follow Asha. My stay at the impoverished village was worse than I imagined. all the mud, insects, manure, and unidentifiable substances. However, the villagers, honored by my presence, decided to present themselves with small gifts when I'm about to leave. For a couple of months, or for a few years. But again, we make most of our money through the smug robbery, so let's give them some of our belongings instead, because I'm a charitable man. Love my people. I am about halfway through the survey of the realm. Onward, we still have more traveling to do. While traveling in the countryside, my entourage discovers a seemingly abandoned bandit camp. Curious as I explore the camp, only to be immediately ambushed by bandits. Let's fight these cowards. This is a bad idea. I've been wounded again. Just still wounded. Survey of the realm's almost complete. There's only a little bit more traveling to do. There might be a good time to reflect on everything that has happened. Indeed. While traveling in the forest, I've come across a lost child, crying. A little girl says she was playing with her friends in the forest, but she got lost and she hasn't been home in several days. After giving her a bit of food, she tells us she lives in a nearby settlement. Let's help the poor child find her way back. Exit Fereedun and his entourage escort the little girl back to town. I escort the little girl back to the nearby city and learn her father is in fact one of the wealthiest merchants in the city. Crying tears of joy, the merchant tightly embraces his daughter before offering me a great reward for finding his little girl. I'm already though, so I'll just say, may never know I'll pick up any of those traits. No need for a warrant, I'm only doing my duty. Because I'm still charitable. Just the worst timing. Something was just trying to poke my pants where it shouldn't be, and everyone can see it. I shouldn't have been thinking of naughty thoughts. Despite the fact that I... No, I thought I lost the celibate trait. I forgot you lose some other trait, but... My survey of the realm is coming to a close, and I'm almost home. The site of my residence in the far distance is a welcoming sight. Nevertheless, I've learned much from my journey. Hopefully these lessons will serve me well in the coming years. Still, there's no place like home. Oh damn, I should be traveling the country more often. Bastard. Sickly. You shouldn't be mingling with, you know, other people. Yeah, I should travel more. I should get out more. Listen, she committed a crime. Which, honestly, in Crusader Kings 3, adultery, I think it's criminal in the Zoroastrian faith. No point in keep trying. Go sway somebody else. Just once we gather our strength, we'll fight a war against them. But that'll happen in the next episode. No longer a restless province. Things are steadily down here, but... There could be a peasant revolt anytime soon. He's cynical, training him in the arts of intrigue. Who knows what it's like? Yes, I've killed it, and I regret that, but that's my only regret, is kinslaying. Everything else, I don't regret. I regret none. But if I do survive infection, then that means I survive wounded. Changing the error of my ways. I want to meditate again. My infection put me in grave danger on multiple occasions. The pain and foul smell finally subsided and my wound looks clean. I feel better. No longer there's appalling stewardship. Now all I need is to improve my diplomacy, which you can, with this. Be a carouser. Yeah, allow the duel. Just increase the damn god. Well, I have survived. Life will continue. But the only thing that needs improving is diplomacy. Oh, son. High demand for hides. I ain't got any hides. But you'll let me know where to find hides. Because I can't go out in the market and buy them. You would have to find a character directly who has them. How much is it for a divorce? Does it cost money? No? Because for proven unfaithfulness. What close relatives? It comes from an insignificant family. Despite the fact that I'm celibate, just married somebody who is skilled. That I could be lacking. Like, how about somebody with diplomacy? Just marry some local. Won't have any children, but celibate. Now it's reduced to a moderate smug operation. Maybe this climate must have affected the activities. One would think, right? Now the tough lights have granted us strength, but they don't have the ability to do holy wars against us. But they haven't made any tributary states. Something disgustingly horrific, vile thought has entered my mind. Try as I might, I can't get rid of it. If I told my court, they'd think me a lunatic. Which, don't you think he already is? Now the wolves have moved up here. Still a war-torn country, but it took... What? Ah! It's the Hunas. Huge events spawn troops. They're raiding the Gupta Empire. Yes, this is a historical event. The appearance of the Hunas. Which, oddly enough, they adopted Afghan as a culture. That one you ought to fear. Nah. Save the money. Because very soon, by the way, since they don't have any money, that means they can't declare war against anyone or anything. Still around? Good. You're a young man in your prime. I'm gonna make you, the exit of Hotan. Married a Vietnamese woman. Alrighty. Best of luck to you. So, in the next episode, we will declare war against them. Hotan, which is just basically install him there as a ruler, a Sogdian Buddhist ruler. And maybe with improved relations we could negotiate. You may not like me, but you'll respect me. Since, baby, Zardoz was uncountable to the eye, and I recall presenting friends and never visiting again as long as I was child. He's as ugly as a person can be. I can't be the father. I fear Arzak wasn't honest with me. Okay, now that makes it a bit more evil, don't you think, for a man of, well, soon to be a man, for taking the intrigue route? There's no longer a team in the Kashgar. Hasn't surveyed Rome recently. Okay. I was about to say, I should go out more. But we're strong enough to take them on. Which we'll fight them in a war starting in the next episode and next year. So we're going to end it on January. Not particularly well liked, but I'll get them to turn their opinion around. Stop right here. So, we'll make some changes in the next episode. Particularly, go for a more diplomatic route. Be a carouser. Make some friends. Drink. Be merry. All that. And then, and after we improve upon diplomacy at least by a little, try to be a socializer. You'll be good with negotiations. So I don't know if Zartos would be a good one, but it all depends on the other children. It all depends on them, my other sons. So that way, I'll be around long enough to pick on, alright, who should I vote for? Who should be the next ruler of Sogdiana? So, basically, yes, the Sogdian series will still continue for a while longer. Just how long is another question. Oh boy. Again, the world's gone to hell in a handbasket, but Sogdians, well, we tend to get revolts on occasion, but never. Again, it's been a hell of an episode, and I'm just plumb tired. Yep, plumb tired. We could expand just to make our way through these lands. Mainly Buddhist land. But there's Sogdian people here, and we should install a Sogdian route over there. Just to establish their presence here, even though they're of a different faith. Unless... Oh, no. We ain't got time for that. We'll think about it, alright? So, in the next episode, we will go to Khotan, install a Sogdian ruler there, and form an alliance. So that way, we can, establish ourselves, or whatnot. But creating the Kingdom of Tarim seems a bit far off. 18 years since this kingdom existed, and yet somehow we still retained. While at the same time, well, they can't touch us anymore. And if we ever want to fight against them, boy, wouldn't that be great to, make these guys pay tribute to us? Can you imagine the amount of money we would get out of them? It would be a great fortune. I mean, the smuggler operations, reduced, but beating these guys in the war, making them pay tribute, would slow them down, but I don't know, that's actually, the revolts. Yeah, that's another problem. So we'll think about the future of Sogdiana, in war-torn Sogdiana. So we'll see you next time. Until then, so long for now.